Okay, your character has been through so much this season. Heartbreak, relationships, and is he ever gonna find true love, or is he still hanging on?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one for the show because thankfully so many people got behind the Abby and Buck relationship
Yeah.
that I feel like any kind of hint of something they've tried to slide in, the audience has not clung onto and has
Yeah.
kind of rejected. So there are things possibly growing, but nothing has kind of cemented itself yet in Buck's love life.
Well, we saw the last time we saw him, he was talking to the girl he saved from the earthquake, and then you saw them have coffee. They're kind of enjoying each other. How do you feel like Well, the reactions from the fans are like, "We want Abby."
Yeah.
But what do you? 8 episodes. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah. People are still, listen, more than anything people ask me about is Abby, Buck and Abby going to be back. But so Ali, the earthquake girl, there are remnants of her left. She's not completely gone, and we're still shooting. So I don't quite know, but there's possibility for more possibly to come.
Okay. Well, what the show means a lot. Like we've always talked about on Twitter and everything that it affects people, like the stories, and not just the personal lives of the characters, but the stories. Have you gotten what kind of response have you gotten that really touched you the most?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very humbling experience to see people's reactions and those kind of reactions because we make this thing, we have a great time, and we really enjoy each other's company, and then to see an audience kind of react like that is quite a humbling thing. For me, some of the stuff, like I've had parents reach out with young children with birthmarks on their face and who have said, seeing a character on TV with a birthmark has really made my son or my daughter feel better about the fact that they've got one. So things like that, because that was something I'd never thought of as being a possibility. But also just when people reach out who are a firefighter, or maybe their mom or their dad is a firefighter, and have just said, this has reflected something that my mom, my dad has gone through. Thank you for showing it and for doing it as honestly as you could.
Well, that's really meaningful, but I do love the fact that we get to see you your character save lives, and also a personal life. Is there more that you want to explore? We got to see a little bit of Maddie, his family life. Are we going to see that be explored more?
Yeah, I think it really brought a new dynamic to the show to have his sister come in. For me, the thing that I would love to continue to explore and will be continued to be explored is the fact that Buck can be the hero in one moment and then be really vulnerable in the next. I think that's a very important thing to show, that you can be both things at one time. So that's for me one of the real strengths of the show, that we don't shy away from the fact that these like valiant, noble heroes are real people and have sensitive feelings, and that it's okay to have both of those.
And there's no chance of him regressing back to his womanizing ways.
I don't think so. I hope not. There's also a thread to play with of once we are something, we're kind of always it in some way. But I like to think that was always a cover for something else. That was maybe him not being okay with fully who he was. And now that he's grown up a little bit, I think that's in his past.
And then one last thing, we're gonna see Chimmy and Maddie are dating. Like his older sister is dating one of his good friends, and then now the ex-boyfriend kind of came back too. Ex-husband is coming back too? How are you playing this character as like, this is my best friend dating my sister, and then who had an abusive relationship? How is your character dealing with all this?
There's very much two ways to go with that, and I didn't know how that would play out.
Yeah.
One is no, that's my sister, don't you dare.
Yeah.
And then the other is, she's gonna date someone. I know you're a great guy. Sure, go ahead. And there's kind of a little bit of both in there, which I think is quite true to real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Doug, the ex-husband, coming back, there's certainly potential for Buck to kind of move into little big brother mode and get a little protective over his sister.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.